Hi, folks. This is a data set which I'm talking about from a manufacturing industry, and it has got to do with defectives. So, as I said, that people who want to keep monitoring their data in terms to control cost, this is more or less like a daily exercise. So, CEOs or production managers who are assigned to monitor defectives might be responsible for these type of apps on a daily basis. But before we get there, we need to probably decide what is the data set we need to monitor the defectives, and I will give you a little bit explanation of how that might look like. So it could be from one system or multiple system, it doesn't matter. So far you can bring all those data sets into one place, into a CSV format, which will be roughly less than 50 MB. You should be good. So you are looking into few columns like date. It has to be daily data, daily record, daily data, production ID, product name, unit produced, unit defects, unit defective, I mean, defective type, production line, and shift. So once you have these data, you can probably monitor your defective items. But if you add few new things like batch number, machine ID, severity, you can enrich your data. So depending on how you want to get your answer questions answered through the AI, it depends on how enrich you want to do your data set. But it has got no limitation here, right? You can put in the main data along with in we can sometimes you can also put in dimensional models like dimensional tables. You can have fact tables, or you can have whatever forms of data you want. And so far, those tables are talking to each other. I think I should be able to process that data for you. It is very important that your data set, which you create, you don't change it every day, because once you give it to me, I design the model, I train the model, and then you don't change anything. Every day you will be putting the same set of data into from your system. Remember, I'm not going to look at your data. You will be the one who will be controlling your data. So what you will do is you will basically go to your from your end, you'll click on here and pull over that data from wherever it is. Okay, so it is as simple as that. You drag and drop that particular file, and then you click on the dashboard here and you wait. I don't know how much time you might wait, maybe few seconds, and then the dashboard will run. I mean, then you'll get the report on your dashboard. This is a demo version, so I've kept it as view sample dashboard demo. But in your go live version, maybe you'll just see it as a dashboard. So once having said that, you have the data, you don't change the data every day. You run the same set of tables. It has to be daily if you really want to control your cost. And then you just upload it. Once you upload it, you click on the dashboard, it'll take you to the dashboard right away. You don't have to even worry about anything. So it seems like this is the dashboard. Our objective here is for loss prevention. We are utilizing the AI model. Some intelligence is happening here. We are trying to see how we can control defective report. We are looking into a sample of pretty large data set here, but overall defective rate is around 2.93%. The total defective unit is around 20,000. Unit produced is around 695,000. Situation is stable, so I really don't have to panic about it. But right now, on a daily basis, you will be monitoring it. Now, if you want to go into the details, which we will go in a minute, but this is your overall condition. Okay, so overall condition, if it is stable, you really don't have to panic. But if you see that this is going down with a red arrow or going up with a green arrow is good. But if it is going down with a red arrow, you really need to see what are the signals which you are getting, which is giving you a sort of a warning. Sometimes it can be two signals, sometimes it could be three, sometimes it could be four. Now, as I said, right now we are in a war situation which is going on, right? So very likely your data sets will have problem because things are changing. Your freight costs may go up, your insurance costs can go up, your warehouse costs can go up if you are into a supply chain, right? So but if you are in case of a manufacturing, then maybe you might have wear and tear with your products because of storing for a long time in a warehouse. A lot of things can happen, right? A lot of things can go wrong in a production environment. So maybe your items maybe in a bad shape because it was staying in a warehouse. Typically, if you consider fruits, I mean, I can only think about those. But if you see food items, especially fruits, if you keep it on a warehouse which is not controlled under with temperature properly, it might go bad. So those type of cases happen almost every day. Retailers have a huge problem. So data set can come from any places, but I can help you with all these data sets, but give you an idea about what this model is looking at. This is defective, so we are trying to look into problems in case with defective. So again, these are all the daily reports, and you are seeing that the daily rate is 7.99, 30 days average is 3.66. So it's not that good here, but if you come here, you will notice that 30-day average is 3.64, but the daily rate is 2.24. So this keeps on fluctuating, right? But this is not giving you the true profit and loss picture. But what you're doing here is you're looking into this, it is telling you where the problems are, and it's expecting you to go and fix it so that the next day your daily return rate is lower than your 30-day average. You see that? You see it's here. So I'm giving examples. I'm not giving you anything solid here. Like your target should be that your daily rate should be slightly lower than the 30 days average. So if you can maintain that, then this will be more or less a straight line or a line which is trending downwards. So if you can do that, you're controlling your cost. So that should be your goal. So this with this app on a daily basis, if you control your defects, which we will get to details in a minute, you will be able to control your cost. So that's why this is very important for CEO or people who are in production line responsible for defective items. So now let's go to defective type. Now what we see here is the defects are coming from all over. Defects are coming from scratches, which is 18.6%. Then you have from dimensional errors. Then you have color mismatch, surface cracks, missing parts, electrical faults, and so on and so forth. So these are defects from different production lines, right? Different production lines. So you need to get into these details as a manufacturing in charge to figure out, say for example, electric fault. You will get to see from which conveyor or which production line it is happening, and then get into further details to see how you can improve it. Right now it is 18.6, and as I said, you will get a daily report. You can generate that daily report, a PDF report. It will keep track of all of it, and then your next day's goal should be to bring it to 18% to 15%. If you can do that, means you are making a very good progress, and you will notice that line which I showed will probably be trending downwards. You don't want the line to go upwards. That's very important, which I wanted to say. So far, this trend is going downwards, means it's doing good. If it goes upwards, it's not doing good. Okay, so you will get to see it if it is red or green. But the point I'm trying to make is you have to make sure that your errors because of this distribution is reducing. then only you'll be able to control cost. So I'll not get into the nitty gritty of it, but I think you got a hang of it as to how the defectives are tracked based on the type. So more you enrich your data, more better answers you will be getting. Then we go to production line. As I said, if you have to enrich your data. So production line right now, it seems to me just line 3, line 4, line 1, and line 2. It doesn't give me a lot of information here. So if in this case, if I would have had a dimension table which is connected to this production line, I would have known that, okay, this line stands for something. This line means something. But right now I don't know. So that's where it can happen that you put the data in one production line in one table, or you have another CSV file which talks about the line numbers, I mean the production lines. That will be a small file, but just to let you know. So if you look into line production line 3, you see the defective rate is 5.56. But if you look into the average of all the other lines, you're looking at around 2.07 or 2.15 or 16 range, okay, which is pretty okay. It's stable here, but it's out of control here. So your first goal would be to see that how can I bring it down from 5.56 to 2.1, something on those lines. If you can, then you have accomplished another milestone when it comes to defective for production line. The same would be for shift. Shift, I will not worry so much because it seems like the defective rates are 2.95 throughout, and it's not giving me any exceptions to that. I'm seeing all the shifts more or less the same, so I will not temper it now. Remember, it's a daily data, so I don't have to really bother about now. So in today's case, if I take that as an example, you are seeing the issue with defective type. You have to figure out, just pick up one, maybe dimensional error, which is 20%, which is the highest. Try and give a target of 18% for today, I mean for tomorrow, and see if you can bring it down there. Same with the production line, which we just discussed. So every day you will have little areas to look at. Your AI will help you, and you can figure out what to do from a cost management perspective. Now, defective rate here is 5.57, but it is also giving you an industry average of 2.98. So if you can accomplish this, means you have done some controlling on cost. So having said that, I think if you keep doing this exercise, you will notice that every day you are controlling your cost. So if you control your cost, means your profits are better, right? So this is little different than what we usually see on profit and loss account. They get to, accountants and CPAs get to see their accounts only after the month is closed. Month is closed. Maybe it is from the trial balance. They get the balance sheet, manufacturing account, P&L account, and the balance sheet. But in your case, when you are looking into signals, you are looking every day. So every day, if you can control bits and pieces here and there as you see, effectively you'll be in controlling a lot of your costs. So it can come down to thousands of dollars when it comes to the the control of the cost. So it could be significant. Okay, so like there's a saying, bits drop by drop makes an ocean, right? So here the idea is drop by drop, small bits and pieces of everyday control will eventually help you to save cost and get more profitable at the end of the month. So I will leave it to you guys. You can come and discuss with me. But before we get there, I'm not clicking on download report because it will take me to some other screen and I will not be able to show it to you. But I can show you on a new scan. When you click on the new scan, it will take you back to where you were. And you can upload the data for the next day and continue the same process for your defective items cost control. So having said that, I will leave it to you guys to get in touch with me. This is a beautiful research which we have done in order to control costs from different types of data sets. So tomorrow, when you have some other data set, you will notice that we are able to find out more information on that particular data set, which you haven't even probably thought about. So that's the uniqueness, that's the beauty of machine learning. And once you do that, you will see that you are controlling your cost left and right. So let me conclude here, and hopefully we'll be talking more with your new request.